Caleb Wilson, yeah, his size, his athleticism, his willingness to work, 6'9" and a quarter
Without shoe,
without shoes, 211 pounds,
you can get up to 240.
seven and a quarter wingspan, 9 standing reach, just turned 19 a few months ago. Like,
Yeah, we yelling at the screen every Sunday night. Talk slick, throw the remote, we just want it right. Front office tripping, man, they can't get it right. Whole city heated, but we still gon' fight. We talking Bulls trade, biz draft, missed calls, club slump, soft rebuild. We seen it all. Yeah, we loud, yeah, we gritty. I'm a little frustrated, but I still love my city. Yeah, north side, south side, west, we united.
If Nsingwe is decent, Caleb is gonna be decent. And then
eh,
you got Gonzalez,
Yeah.
another interview, part two with Coach Lester Stewart. Follow him on his IG 105_hoops. He's got his mock draft 3.0. And today we're gonna dive into the Bulls. And it's a happy day today for us. Happy day. Lovely day.
Yes, I know the song.
Okay. All right.
said I know the song.
Um,
For a couple months now, we had a 20% chance to move up to 4, and that's exactly what happened. So we didn't get number 1, but we got top 4 in a very loaded draft. So this is very good. I guess we could thank Tony Kukoc stepping in, being our representative, and we could thank this pod. We kind of
yeah.
predicted this.
And that's why we got Coach Lester on. We got Coach Lester on as he's gonna dive in. We talk about what can the Bulls Nation, what's the mock saying? What are people saying that the Bulls should are going to grab at number 4?
Everything is pointing towards Caleb Wilson. I I think that's probably the consensus right now. But this week is a very important week because it is NBA Combine week, and you're starting to see that guys aren't as tall as they were. And I'm not gonna put any names out there. They've been telling us this one kid has been 6'9", 6'9", 6'9" since he was a freshman in high school, and he's 6'7" today. Kinda knew that, but anywho, it's a show and tell week, really. It's for the most part, the guys that the Bulls will be looking at for their draft, they won't play. They'll shoot, they'll do some agility, they'll do all the, athletic testing. But right now, what the Bulls are doing, they're looking at fit, and then they're gonna try to see what the 3 teams before them are gonna do. There's no consensus number 1. All signs point to AJ, but we don't know. We don't know, and we don't know what Washington really wants to do with that number 1 pick.
You spoke on Caleb Wilson, and we do need another Caleb in the city of Chicago.
Been working out well for
It's been working out well. Can you go down the list of Caleb's pros and cons?
I'll start with the cons with 2 things that I wanna see more from him as an NBA player in this NBA is I wanna see his motor run the whole game. And I can go back to the Michigan State game, I can go back to the Duke game, and I can go to the Miami game, which he unfortunately got hurt in. And those are just 3 instances where he started out 100 miles an hour, and then he just slowed down as the game progressed. And granted, the Michigan State game they lost. The Duke game, he even slowed down that they won, but it was others that stepped up to help them get over the hump to beat Duke. But he definitely his motor is there. And I think it comes from years of people saying, well, he talented, but he don't play hard enough. And it's the truth though. I've watched Caleb Wilson since he was going into the 9th grade. And
So is
so
he like he's not giving 100%. He's going like 50 to
no,
60%.
I can tell you this now. Going into his senior year AAU season, his senior year of high school, and his first year, his year at North Carolina, this is the hardest he's played his whole life. You got to think him being projected to go number 4. He was top 5 his whole career, but it was always like, man, he good, but he don't play hard enough all the time. He don't, there's always questions of how bad he wants it. Because I can tell you this now, when people, you hear all the NBA analysts saying, I'll take him number one or I'll take him number two. It's because they're starting to see, but for those of us that been in grassroots basketball and known to see Caleb Wilson, I'm not shocked by this. I'm not shocked. I'm just mad it took him longer to do it. He has better, he has better measurables than AJ DeBansta. Like, he probably has one of the highest ceilings in the draft. For me, I just want to see him play harder as the game goes along. And I think he'll learn how to pace himself doing that. I think that's his biggest thing is to, like, as a rookie, he may all depend on, where he goes and how they want to put him, how much they want to put on him, how many minutes he'll play. But he has to learn it within the confines of how to manage playing so hard and changing speeds. I think he just over the last year, he just played one. Okay, I got to play hard, so he's giving everything. But then it's like, no, dude, we need you in crunch time, so we got to have you still play hard. But that all goes with him building his skill level. Which on the second end of it, I want to see his 3-point shooting a lot better. He has to be able to. He has to be able to shoot the three because if he is with the Bulls, he's gonna be the cornerstone.
Mhm.
This is the new regime's first acquisition. Whoever they pick will be the first acquisition, so it has to go right. It's kinda like having your first kid, kinda like, when you get married the first time, you want it to work.
Yeah.
So those are the only 2 things. But as far as pros, I I love his size, I love his athleticism, I love the fact that he does work. He is a guy that's gonna be in the gym. He's a workhorse. Like I said, I've been watching him for almost 5 years now, and he's been known to, like, work. He's been known to get in the gym. He played 17s from the time he was all AAU. He never played his age group until senior year. So he's always had to play up, but he was always the tallest kid though as well. He got all the accolades. So for me, that's with Caleb Wilson. Yeah, his size, his athleticism, his willingness to work. And he got, he's starting to come out of shell a little bit because if you heard him this year, he was talking, and I'm like, man, when you start talking like that, but I think he's trying to build his villain arc, but that's another thing too because people would say like, oh, he's kind of soft, but he's not soft. He's just not,
He's laid
he's
back.
yeah laid back. He's a good kid. He went to Catholic school, both parents, love his little sister, like the whole deal.
And it's interesting you bring that up, his background. I'm glad you brought that up because now if he goes to the Bulls, this is a big city and you can get swallowed up. You can, get blinded by the lights and the money and all that. So my question basically is like does he have a good head on his shoulder?
Yeah, he's from Atlanta, Chicago. It's probably Atlanta North.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. They got
Big
he has a strong family unit like Chicago. Yeah, we don't have to worry about him, hanging out west somewhere. You know, he's 19. Like
Makes
he's gonna yeah, he's gonna figure out and one thing I can tell you that these organizations know how to protect their assets.
Mhm.
Like he's gonna be a guy that they're gonna make sure if he wants to even go downtown, he won't be by himself.
Alright.
Like these organizations, it's very few that you were hearing about. Remember when we were college age, um, when all those the Chicago athletes was getting robbed and doing all this, they tighten it up a lot more now.
Can we get his unofficial measurements right now?
Actually, they did all the measurements today.
Oh, they did?
And
Okay.
yeah, they did all the measurements today. 6'9" and a quarter
Without shoes,
without shoes, 211 pounds,
you can get up to 240.
seven and a quarter wingspan, 9 standing reach. They'll probably end up posting verticals tomorrow. Just turned 19 a few months ago.
If Nsingwe is decent, Caleb is gonna be decent. And then
And,
you got Buzelis,
Yeah.
and we just heard the news on Singway.
feet.
Oh yeah, yeah. He's still growing.
And I think I think I mentioned something
He's still growing.
last that he could play the 5.
Yeah.
I think I said I just, I know we bit of something.
You mentioned earlier about the true heights coming out. Is this people just blatantly lying to big up their guy? Like, "Hey, he's really 7," or is it like because they know at the combine they're going to be measured and the truth is going to come out?
I just think it's an old school way, honestly.
Okay.
I just think it's the old school way, like, well, he's 6'4", we're gonna say he's 6'6".
Even though the truth is going to be revealed.
When people start figuring out these real heights, things can change. I can tell you this right now, just knowing that all these measurements are out now, there's gonna be some shuffling. And I'm actually a little upset because I did this mock draft and I mean, I was gonna have to change it anyway, but man, I didn't know I was gonna have to change it today. I was like, man, give me a little bit of time. But no, shameless plug, I'll be dropping a new one next Monday after the combine.
What was Caleb's three? I know we could look at. Do you know off the top of your head what was Caleb Wilson's 3-point percentage?
He didn't take many. I think he shot 26%.
Oh, okay.
But that's off a small sample size.
Okay.
Okay. But like you said, he can improve his range.
Yeah, I would liken him to, and he's not this player because I think he has better ball skills and he's probably a little bit more fluid athletically. Jaren Jackson,
Not a fan of his game, lad.
you don't have to be a fan of his game, but Jaren Jackson is a proven player in this league. All-star defensive player, all defense.
You know who I see him, Caleb, as, and he is, and you're saying he can shoot, he'll learn to shoot. It's sort of like a Jalen Johnson Bosch. Can that be?
I'll lean more towards Bosch. Jalen Johnson is really a wing. Really, Jalen Johnson's really a wing.
He can handle, right? He can handle.
I don't know if you guys got a chance to see Jalen Johnson in high school.
He was ridiculous.
I can tell you this now. He had some things that went down when he was in high school and when he was at Duke during the COVID year. Oh, goodness. If those things don't happen, he's top 5. That's the only reason why he slipped to, I think it was 20. Jalen Johnson doing what he's doing now, it's not a shocker to me. It was just he needed the opportunity and the time. He and the thing with Jalen Johnson, he went to Atlanta and he's done everything. It's hard to judge somebody when they 16, 17, 18 years old when they just trying to figure things out. If it's not anything like detrimental, criminal, then you kind of gotta understand that there's some maturing that needs to be done. And he matured. He's grown up. He realized like, man, I cost myself a lot of money,
Yeah.
but he getting it back though.
Okay,
He getting it back.
you're poo-pooing the Jalen Johnson athleticism because Bosch is not
Yeah,
as
he's super
athletic.
athlete.
Like Caleb is athletic. Out.
If we're talking athleticism, we talking Aaron Gordon type athleticism. Yeah,
And-
Caleb Wilson is a freak athlete.
Whoa. Before hamstring, Aaron. Shout out to Aaron.
Yeah, and I still think Aaron Gordon is still crazy athletic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that. But Aaron Gordon is another dude that came in the league, didn't shoot the 3 well
Right.
ever until it took him time, and he's probably one of the more important players.
In the league, yeah.
Yeah, he's one of the most important players in the league.
Yeah, his injury really affected that.
Yeah, I just want him to take the offseason to get healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was hamstring or calf.
He's been having lower injuries for the past 3-4 years.
Yeah,
Mhm.
he measured at 6'10" and a half today, 37-inch vertical. That's really good being 6'10" and a half.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's scary. Vandenberg was 33. Max Burt was 37. So, yeah. Yeah, that's
Now,
and he shot the ball well today.
Oh,
He
so you think he'll go higher?
he's gonna go higher, you saying?
Yeah, he'll go higher. And probably my bias was wanting him to go to
Mhm.
Chicago, but I don't see that happening. Yeah, I just think he'll I think he'll test so well. He'll interview well. Mm, He'll, you know.
Change gears a little bit. OKC
Mm,
is 12. They're undefeated currently in the playoffs. They reigning champions. Some would look at them and say they don't need anything. They got the guy who had cancer, Topic. He barely played. They got
Thomas Sorber,
yeah.
that
What's the guy they
Thomas
got
Sorber.
from Philly? Yeah, they got
Mhm.
McCain. He is a top pick. Some people will look at them and say, "Man, they only really need a 12 pick." So do you? I see you got Yaxel going there. Do you think they stick with that and keep him, or you think they try to trade away to get a better player?
I honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you. I put Yaxel there because I just think Yaxel is a lottery pick and he
No.
fits. Like I didn't see those other places. Like he's not better than the guys ahead. So my draft, now that the lottery is set, this is all based on what I see as fit, need, the best available for that. But I think somehow, some way the Thunder get out of 12.
Trade down.
Trade down or trade out.
Wow.
I'm in the camp of trading that pick because I know that there's a certain team that is trying to get back in the draft, get back in the first round.
And I guess?
They might, I don't know, but I do know for a fact there is a team that's trying to get back in the first round.
Oh, okay. So it's
And
not
and I think they have a piece that if they're willing to part with that piece, it makes sense. It makes sense for the Thunder to do it, and it makes sense for the team that wants to get back in the first round to do it.
okay.
It just
In the first
Pacers
round
are
of
in
who?
the first round.
They went to the
They went
Clippers.
to the Clippers, lost.
Uh, another pick.
honestly, like, the Pacers were playing with house money, to be honest with you, because they wasn't even supposed to have that pick. That pick was supposed to go to the Pelicans.
Yeah, yeah, it was. Right.
They made a trade. They made a trade the day before Halliburton got hurt that allowed them to get their first round pick back. The Pelicans, they could have had the fifth and the eighth pick this year had
Uh,
they not relinquished those.
Going back to your 105 Hoops mock draft 3.0, Cam Boozer. I've heard a lot about
He a UNC guy, right?
he's
Wow. Wow.
Cam Boozer. I'm hearing a lot of he is what he is,
Mhm.
but he's the most pro ready. Is that accurate?
It's hard for me to say a guy is who he is when he's only 18 years old.
But you've seen that before.
I mean, Cam Boozer won't turn 19 until like the end of July. He'll still be 18 at the draft. Like, he's so fundamentally sound. And that's the problem that we had. We see this guy that he's not flashy, he's not gonna jump off the screen, but somehow, some way, he finds a way to win games. Somehow, some way, he figures out, I'm gonna at least get 8 rebounds. Somehow, some way, I'm gonna get at least 18 points. Somehow, some way, I'm gonna make the right pass. He knows how to play basketball. And in the league where a lot of these young guys come in not knowing how to play, when you can have a guy that young that you can put in an NBA game and he's going to be ready to contribute day one.
Right.
Like, and to be honest with you, if we're being real about it, and this is no knock when I say this, I watched AJ DeMaster since he was a freshman in high school. And he's played the same way. He's mastered all of that stuff. But if you see those step backs, he was doing those step backs, but maybe and then when he was doing those step backs, fadeaway shots, he's probably going 3 for 10. Now he's going 6 for 10. He gonna figure out how to go 10 for 10. So his game has been tailored for like these guys are pros because they're mastering the things that they know how to do. So when they say he is who he is, I mean, you give
Yeah.
him 30, yeah, you give him 30 minutes. I mean, to me, and I got a lot of flack for this, but I don't care because I stand on whatever I say. To me, Cam Boozer was like the high school version of Tim Duncan.
Mm.
Mm.
When I seen him in high school, it's Tim Duncan. When he went to college, there's no difference what he did in high school, what he did to college. And he'll do now, I'm not saying that the numbers are gonna jump up and he's gonna have these 25 and 15 games in the NBA, but it won't be far off because oh man, he ain't nothing but Kevin Love. If he's nothing but Kevin Love, sign me up.
Right.
Sign me up. I think we tend to forget what Kevin Love was doing in Minnesota. Kevin Love went to go try to win.
Yeah. Fundamentally sound too, like you said.
Yeah.
Kevin Love.
Like who doesn't and this is the thing about it, and I'm so glad that we got Nikola Jokic and we got Carl Anthony Towns. Me and some guys was making a joke yesterday. We was calling him Magic Anthony Towns yesterday. But when you can, I mean, Derek Queen, Sengun, Sabonis, when he's healthy,
Mhm.
these are big guys that can pass. Now you're looking at Cam Boozer as an initiator of your offense now. Now you're running zoom actions, you running stuff out the pinch post. Like you're actually so for me, I think Cam Boozer be just fine. So if
Okay.
somebody tell me he's just gonna be thanks, thanks. I like him like that. What do I need him to do? I don't need a highlight reel. I need people that's gonna be get it done. I need efficiency.
A potential second pick, Darren Peterson, released a statement about creatine leading to him cramping at Kansas. I think I asked you last time we had you on here, would you think his non-play was an issue? Now with this creatine story coming out, do you think that's the issue? Or you think it won't matter because of how great of a scorer he is?
I think NBA teams are billion-dollar organizations, and they probably pay somebody a lot of money to make sure that he's gonna eat and he's gonna take the right stuff and he's gonna have the right amount. So I don't worry about that. And he's gonna make a lot of money. So he's gonna have someone that's gonna come to his house and make sure he eats what he needs to eat. He's gonna have a nutritionist, a strength coach, a chef. He's gonna have everything at his disposal where he won't have to run into issues like that.
Circling back to the Bulls, we got the 15th pick. And I know you just dropped your mock 3.0 and you had Chris Senak Jr. at 15. Any others floating around that the Bulls could look at or that you could tell us about?
Jaden Quaintus, I can see them going I see them going I see them going big. I see
Big.
them going big. I see them getting another big. That's just because your front court is thin.
Yeah.
Your front court is thin. And I just don't think there's a big time guard that you're gonna get at 15. I think all the really good guards that you would want, they're gonna be gone. The only guard that I could see that could be maybe hanging around at 15 is LeBaron Fine.
Yeah, I was going.
He might, but I just don't see it. But he's a dynamic scorer. He learned how to play point guard. LeBaron is another guy that I've got a chance to watch over time. And LeBaron was a 35 point per game scorer and when he was in public high school as a sophomore and junior. He goes to prep school and he's backcourt mates with Trey Johnson. You're not gonna score 30 with Trey Johnson on your team in high school at least. So he learned how to play with better players. I mean, he played with Jasper Johnson that's out of Kentucky. I mean, so he learned how to play with better guys. So he learned how to be a point guard when he was in prep school his senior year. He goes to Alabama. He's the second guy along with, Mark Sears. Like, so he doesn't take a back seat, but he's a co-star. Then he comes back because he could have got drafted last year. I don't think a lot of people understand. Like LeBaron could have went late first round last year. He decides to go back because he wants to be a lottery pick and he wants to go and lead the team himself. And he did that. A lot of people counted and didn't think Alabama was gonna be that good, and they went to the Sweet 16. But I just don't see LeBaron dropping out of the lottery. I like Mara at 15 if he's there. Uh, like I said, I would love Yaxel, but I just don't see Yaxel. I don't see
Yeah.
Yaxel leaving the lottery.
Okay.
Jaden Quaintus, he'd be a name to look out for. I'm just not super high on him because I haven't seen him play since realistically, haven't seen him play since he was February of 2025.
Measurements?
He measured at 6'9" today, which
Okay.
I'm kind of like, but this is the thing about it. He's only 18 years old and he's been in college 2 years. He was too young to enter the draft last year.
Okay.
Because, with the rule, you got to be 1 year removed and 19 years old. He was 1 year removed, but he was 18. Another guy doesn't turn 19 till July.
You spoke on earlier off camera about how some of these kids are gonna go back into college. Can you look in your crystal ball and give me a guesstimate? How many of these players are gonna go back, you think?
It was 71 early interest. Some already have been back. I'll say about, I'll probably say about 20 to 25 will go back to school. I don't think that many guys stay in.
Mm,
Like, I think Malik Thomas goes back to school. I
Malik.
think I think Masilovich goes back to school because he has a big payday waiting for him. If he goes back, if wherever he entered the portal before he entered the draft, so he's gonna get paid a lot of money if he goes back to school. I would if I was him, because just from the numbers I seen today of him shooting, and it's a bad sample size because he was probably the nation's best scorer with high volume, but I mean if you can go get paid $5 million to play another year of college basketball where you were top guy and you can work on your NBA stock in a draft that's probably not as front loaded as this one, why not? Um, I think Billy Richmond the third goes back to school. Matt Abel goes back to school. The Florida situation, I keep hearing that Chinua the big kid from Florida, I keep hearing he'll probably end up going back to school.
Wait,
Yeah.
he in your mock, you Steve?
42.
Yeah.
Ruben.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he could go back, get a bunch of money, and he could put himself in first round position next year. I just think a lot of these dudes will go back to school because it's hard to pass up that money. I think Jeremy Fields Jr. goes back to school.
Really?
I think so. I think if he get a first round guarantee,
He'll stay.
I
Oh,
think he'll stay. I think if guys can get a first, I think Malachi Moreno goes back to school. I didn't even put him on the mock draft because I just feel he's going back to school.
Oh, wow.
Think about it. He's 6'11". The bigs next year in the draft won't be that much. He goes to Kentucky, and the kicker for him is he's from Kentucky.
Mm.
mm.
So he might get paid top 5 money to go back to Kentucky.
You know what was crazy is that you're in the middle of all of this, and it is crazy, right? Where you got the NIL, you got the transfer portal, you got I'm leaving Chicago, I'm going back. So it could be, dude, your phone got to be blowing up, or just you always looking at it like something is always going.
Man, it's a lot of text messages going on, a lot of calls at weird times of the day. Like, "Hey, man, what you think about this?" Or, "Hey, man, I heard this." Or so it's a little different, man. I'll say that. But yeah, it gets a little crazy. And this is like my first year actually dealing with the draft.
Okay.
Normally, it's just been me helping guys with recruiting and transfer portal. This year, it's been transfer portal, talking to different personnel about different kids because I may have coached them or coached against them, or they may see like, oh, how do you know such and such? You get these weird calls from these people that want to sit on the phone and ask for intel on somebody for 30 minutes.
Yeah, we try to do that summer league, talk to agents, but they don't bite. When we ask them questions at summer league, we try to get in there, ask them a little here and there. Asians, they're real close to the vest. I'm sure you're dealing with that now. That's what I'm saying.
It- Honestly, like it's when you have something for them, they have something for you. You
Uh,
don't have nothing, they don't have nothing.
scratch,
Bruh.
scratch. As far
Just that's just the way of the world.
yeah. As
If
far as the players you mentioned going back to school, that's more so of a NIL thing compared to, "Imma promise you're gonna go in the first," or compared to them doing bad at the combine? You think that's more of an NIL thing that's causing them to go back?
I mean, NIL helps, but if someone tells you in your representation and like all the information that you get gathered, and they say, we don't see you in the top 30,
Mm.
best if you go back to school. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Excuse me. But a lot of kids just want to try and get drafted. Like
Right,
Tyler Tanner came out and said his goal was to get drafted.
right.
Like he's gonna do everything he can to get drafted. So guess what? He probably 2 feet in. Buka Okori, he's 2 feet in. Like a lot of these guys are 2 feet in. No NIL can change that.
Right.
They probably feel like, you know what, I can go back to school and yeah, they'll probably give me 4 million, but I still gotta go back to school. As opposed to like, you know what, I'm gonna go to the NBA and I could probably get me like a 2, 3 year deal,
Mhm.
give me a 2, 3 year deal as a second round pick, or maybe go undrafted and I do what I need to do for 2 years. And then as opposed to like, I may get like 4 million, but then boom, I could make 80 million in 3 years.
Right.
So, the ultimate belief of betting in yourself or betting on yourself, it's just so many different factors.
My bad.
Yeah, and anybody I have and that I would, if I was advising or representing or whatever, if I was in that, in that um in the circle like that, I would say what's the most important? Getting your name called or getting paid?
A lot of guys got their name called.
Yeah. A lot of guys get their name called and they don't even get to step on the floor.
Right.
Right.
A lot of guys, and we see undrafted guys every year that make it in the league because they like, don't call my name because I want to determine my own destiny. Like if you think about Justin Edwards that plays for the 76ers now, I'm pretty sure it was teams in the second round like, hey, we'll take him. We'll take him. I think his people was probably like, nah, don't draft us. Now we go to Philly and Philly had opportunity.
Mhm.
Philly had opportunity for him and then now he was able to sign a deal. And he was regarded as number 1 player in the country in high school most of the time.
Wow.
Most of the time, he was a top 5 guy all the time. You know, like I said, this draft is to roll of the dice. And, a lot of people, and I see stuff, this is the best draft since 1996. And to quote my boy Austin Rivers, easy Tiger. And there's nothing to take away from these guys that's in this draft. But I think we had a pretty good rookie class done this year.
This year, yeah, yeah,
I think we had a pretty good rookie class this year,
yeah.
if you think about it. I mean, we had a second round the kid in Sacramento, Reynald.
Mm.
He's a second round pick. He looking like a steal of the draft,
Yeah, he play on Sacramento, yeah.
you know?
Final game.
96 draft had 10 All-Stars. That's a
That's
pretty good number.
that's
And they would had like what, 3 MVPs out of there? 4 MVPs?
3 Hall of
Yeah,
Famers.
Kobe, Iverson, Nash. Yeah, Nash had 2.
Yeah, that's 4 MVP trophies, 3
Right.
MVP guys. It's those 3 Hoffers right there, and then we go.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying I just feel that this draft is front loaded, and I feel that, and this might sound messed up, and I might sound really like arrogant when I say this. It's access now.
Mm.
Everybody has access to this. Everybody does. Like now, everybody you can go look on your phone, like, oh yeah, Darius Acuff, and it can be a conversation because it's just on social media, and everybody has an opinion because they have it. As opposed to like people that's really like,
And
we're doing this, we're talking about it, you know, you guys are informed, you're asking questions, you're giving input, you're actually like boots on the ground doing this, as opposed to somebody that just, I watch basketball, like I think us here sitting on this platform right now, we watch it when nothing else, when we watch it because we do it. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
I watch I'm looking at some variation of some film or some kid or when I really don't want to.
Man.
No, I want to catch up on the new show that somebody told me about MIA. Man, somebody
Yeah.
hit me like that. I want to watch MIA, but you know what? I can't because I just got a text right now. Hey, can you help my nephew find a prep school? Like now I gotta watch some kid that I don't before I make a call to be like, hey, you should check this kid out.
You ever get a call like, "Hey, can you help my such and such find," and you have to tell them, "Hey, your son or whatever is not that good."
It's not hard for me.
Are these people you know closely?
Sometimes.
Wow, okay.
Sometimes, yeah.
'Cause
Like
you're
it's hard. It's
you're
hard.
They don't wanna hear that their son is not
Yeah.
or daughter is not good.
Like
They
I had a no joke, and I don't mean to like get off topic here, but this is just want to give a preview to like my like some of the stuff I go through on a daily. I got a text this morning from a guy. He told me about his son a year ago. Thought his son was pretty good, 6'5", about 230, super athletic, can tear the rim off. I
Yep.
told him, yeah, but his son should be playing football. And I told him that.
Okay.
I said, our school may not be for him. I was like, but he got some stuff. I'm like, does he play football? He was like, nah, we thinking about playing this year. Son played. His son's on a football scholarship now.
Okay.
He was like, man, you kept it real. I want to tell you about my nephew because da da da. Da." So he tell me about his nephew. He says the stuff. He gets the dad on the phone. I'm looking at the kid. He's like, yeah, you know my nephew about 5'11". 5'11".
shorter than that.
He's not 5'11". I know what 5'11" looks like on film. I know what it looks like. He's telling me this stuff, and I'm just like, you might want to pivot and do something different. The kid can play, but he may not need to play at a high level. Like I've been blessed. I coached at two of the best prep schools, high schools in the country. Current NBA players, future NBA players, high major dudes, and I've been blessed to do that. Super blessed. Like my coaching career, I've had no business coaching some of the guys and being some of the situations that I've been in. And it's very tough when you try to tell people, no, this may not work for you. Just to my pops, rest in peace. He said, just because you can do it don't mean you should do it.
Yeah, pretty straight.
You That's what he said. Just because you can do it, you can go to this school, but should you go to this school? Because you could face a harsh reality where you're on the bench where you could have been somewhere else,
Right.
actually developing and playing. And like I tell people, not every kid is meant to go Division 1. Not every kid is meant to go Power 5. Not every kid is meant to go to the NBA. It's just one of those deals where it's like it's not for everybody. That's why we've only had 5,000 people that ever play in the NBA.
Right.
Mhm.
And the average expectancy is like less than 4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So imagine that. You're not expecting to get there, but you get there, but you're not expected to be there 4 years.
Right.
And this is another thing, and I don't mean to just take it another way, but I was in Puerto Rico almost 2 weeks ago, celebrating my birthday. And I was able to go to the BSN. I don't know if you guys followed the BSN, but that's the Professional Basketball League.
Okay.
I happened to be 10 minutes away from Santurces. That's like one of the big teams out there. It was Carlos Arroyo's team that he played on
Okay.
before he came to the NBA. And I go and sit down. Malik Beasley is playing.
Right. Yeah, he did go over there. Yep.
Davon Jefferson is playing. If you guys remember Davon Jefferson from USC, big
Awesome.
time high school player. He was on the team with OJ Mayo at USC. Other side is you guys remember Darius Baisley? He was the kid that didn't go to Syracuse. He did the whole 1 year thing.
He did the
Didn't go to Syracuse. He
Okay.
was- yeah,
Okay.
He's over there. He's not even 26 years old.
Yeah, he's still pretty
He
young.
he spent 6 years in the NBA,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and he's out, and he's so talented. You could tell he's coming off an injury.
He
He's
did get injured, yeah.
he had an easy 17 on one leg, basically,
Yeah.
and it was like but you see a who's who of, like, college guys, pro guys. Like, if you go and you look at the BSN, Emmanuel Mudiay is playing in the BSN.
Yeah, I think he been over there for a while.
You know what I'm saying? Like, like,
Vel McGee was over there, I think.
yeah, JaVale was in Australia. He just spent time in Australia. It's like and JaVale, that was a choice for JaVale. I
Yeah.
think JaVale was like, Imma go over here.
Right.
Yeah, might as well. Let me do something different."
Yeah.
You know? So, I'm just like, but you and I'm sitting there, and I'm not sitting there as, like, the casual fan, and I can tell you this right now, if you can ever go to Puerto Rico between the months of March and July and be able to go watch a game. 'Cause it is NBA combined with Rucker Park, combined with college. The crowd, the environment is amazing, but I'm just sitting there looking like, these dudes was playing in the greatest league in the world, and Bazley is so young, Malik Beasley, hopefully, he needs to be back in the league.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Detroit's missing him,
Right.
and he's missing
Mhm.
Detroit. I mean, it was and it's a humbling experience for him. Like, it's funny because, like, I went and watched that game, and now the last week or so, I'm scrolling, he's on my algorithm, which is crazy, and
Mhm.
all he's talking about is the NBA playoffs,
Right.
you
He's
know,
been showcasing trying to get back in the league.
and he
Mhm.
should be, because all the findings, they didn't find anything. Yeah.
I know we gotta get out of here. We're taking up a lot of your time. We appreciate it, Les. You got anything
Nah, enjoy the combine.
and
Yeah, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what all that takes, because watching it on TV and all of that is a whole different ballgame.
Are you gonna participate in any drills like vertical leap or anything?
I do not wanna get kicked out.
Les, tell us when 4.0 draft is coming out.
Man, we're gonna have another one dropping, next Monday. 105_hoops, Instagram, 105.hoops on TikTok, and I'm also on Substack at 105 Hoops. I put a lot of, like, in-depth articles on Substack, so that that's where you get a lot of analysis as far as that. It's gonna be a busy time, so I'll be probably start revving up these articles here in the next week.
Okay.
Um, Probably do a lot more player pieces. If you go on my Instagram, you'll see player cards for players. So we'll be dropping player cards tomorrow and Wednesday. Be on the lookout for new player cards. It's been a real big draft push. I also have an ebook that's out right now. Um, it's the beginning of the 105 Hoops IQ series. The first volume is How Guards Actually Earn Minutes.
Mm,
Well, it's not all about just getting buckets. If you got a young basketball player in your life, or you want to have it for yourself, have an ebook. It's $7.99. So $7.99 if you got some young kids in your life that want to help. Volume 2, in the IQ series will be a lot of, talking about, like, the stuff that they don't teach, that you necessarily don't learn at a young age. You know, talk about spacing, talk about pick and roll coverage, let's talk about a lot of different things. I wanna help. I wanna do my part in basketball to just keep moving this game forward the best way I know how. I've been blessed to learn. I've been blessed through trial and error, so I just wanna, pass it on. So, basketball has been my life my whole life. I just wanna keep doing it.
We appreciate you coming on, Les.
Draft June 23rd and 24th.
Yeah,
Just a reference.
we'll probably try to reach out to you again sometime in June, July. I know it's going to be busy with you with summer league and the draft, so we'll try to get you again and talk about the draft. But it's always cool, and we appreciate you just we chopping it up and talking ball, man. We are hoop junkies, so we appreciate this, man.
And I appreciate you guys. I'm glad you guys got this platform. I mean, it took long enough for y'all to do it, but we've been talking about the game for the longest. Finally, finally you guys putting your voice out there, putting y'all stamp on it, and not just basketball, but all sports. I just love what y'all doing. Man, y'all called me. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. I want to do it because it's y'all.
No, we appreciate it, man. And like I said, we want to interview you again, talk to you again, pick your brain about the upcoming draft, and hell, like I said, summer leagues. Go Bulls, yo.
Number 4.
Appreciate you tapping into this latest episode from the Frustrated Chicago Sports Fan channel. No matter if you was watching on YouTube or listening on Spotify or Apple, make sure you like, subscribe, share with everybody on the block, and hit the notification bell so you never miss none of our daily drops. And to all the guys from the Shy, we say 3 things: bear down, fly the W, and sell the team, Jerry.